Hello Lincoln friends, my name is Mrs. Hamilton. I am one of the instructional coaches at Lincoln and at Harrison, and today I'm going to read one of my very favorite stories. It's called Dog Breath by Dave Pilkey. He's the illustrator and he's the author, and it is a good one because it's so silly. I hope you find it as enjoyable as I do. There once was a dog named Hallie who lived with the Tosis family. Hallie Tosis was a very good dog, but she had a big problem. Hallie Tosis had horrible breath. Whenever Hallie Tosis opened her mouth, horrible things happened. Check out the fish. When the children took Hallie Tosis for a walk, everyone else walked on the other side of the street. Even skunks avoided Hallie Tosis. But the real trouble started one day when Grandma Tosis stopped by for a cup of tea, and Hallie jumped up to say hello. Check out Grandma's hair. Mr. and Mrs. Tosis were not amused. Something has to be done about that smelly dog, they said. Aw. The next day, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis decided to find a new home for Hallie. The children knew that the only way they could save their dog was to get rid of her bad breath. So they took Hallie Tosis to the top of a mountain that had a breathtaking view. They hoped that the breathtaking view would take Hallie's breath away, but it didn't. Next, the children took Hallie Tosis to a very exciting movie. They hoped that all that excitement would leave Hallie breathless. But it didn't. Finally, the children took Hallie Tosis to a carnival. They hoped that Hallie would lose her breath on the speedy roller coaster. Oh, check this one out. But that idea stunk too. The plans to change Hallie's bad breath had failed. Now only a miracle could save Hallie Tosis. Sadly, the three friends said goodnight, unaware that a miracle was just on the horizon. Later that night, when everyone was sound asleep, two sneaky burglars crept into the Tosis house. The two burglars were tiptoeing through the dark, quiet rooms when suddenly they came upon Hallie Tosis. "Yikes!" whispered one burglar. "It's a big, mean, scary dog." "Ah, don't be silly," whispered the other burglar. "That's only a cute little fuzzy puppy." The two burglars giggled at the sight of such a friendly little dog. "That dog couldn't hurt a fly," whispered one burglar. "Come here, Poochie Poochie," whispered the other one. So Hallie Tosis came over and gave the burglars a nice big kiss. The next morning, the Tosis family awoke to find two burglars passed out cold on their living room floor. Look at them. It was a miracle. The Tosis family got a big reward for turning in the crooks, and soon Hallie Tosis was the most famous crime-fighting dog in the country. In the end, Mr. and Mrs. Tosis changed their minds about finding a new home for Hallie. They decided to keep their wonderful watchdog after all. And this sign right here, it says, "This home protected by dog breath." because life without halitosis just wouldn't make any sense. The end. I hope you enjoyed that story as much as I do. Please stop by room 207 and come see me to talk about this great book, or go to your library and check it out for yourself.